another episode of Devil's Den Radio, 179 to be exact. 179. 179. I got some hippies here. I got Hippie Soul.
Hey.
And I got Hippie Mike.
Woohoo! Ooh, I peeked.
He's like,
I peeked.
Peeked. Alright, so we are on this endless journey to find the middle point between metal and hippiness. But the Slumpkin King is here in spirit.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a song that you're gonna like by Fish because they're across so many genres. The last song you heard from them, you kind of liked the lyrics. So
I thought it was silly, all right, because,
Yeah.
like I said, sometimes I can get, but I also like deep introspective shit as well, so it's like I'm all over the place when it comes to lyrics. You know what I mean? So it's like I can enjoy, when somebody's crafted, good lyrics to go with the song. Like, it's like, all right, this matches the soundscape. Like, if you're going to do something bright and cheery, don't use fucking minor chords.
No, you can. You totally can.
All right. Well, it doesn't help.
Why don't you?
Yes, you can.
Well, I thought about that. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like, oh, yeah, but minor chord. You can in certain ways. At certain times. Not all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Generally speaking, you were correct.
All right.
Sorry.
So, anyway, save a lot of money like using those links and getting the coupon.
Coupon! Maybe I just shut up and paid attention.
Devil 10. And you save 20% off at Birdie Juice, and you get 10% off at Loose Goose, all right? So it's that season change, right? So maybe the Prickleberry Lemonade, right?
It is quite refreshing.
Yeah, I know that it's a changer for you.
I like
but
that
I
a
like
lot.
that.
Coupon!
I like coupons.
Yeah.
Devil Den. Save.
Maybe we should just let that tell us when to talk about the coupons.
we just let the machine do the doing.
You win, machine.
You win, machine.
I give up.
I give up. But you shouldn't give up, and you should also go over to FNXFit, okay, and get your mind right, get your body right. Pre-workouts, post-workouts. What do you need? You need vitamins, something. But you also need to save money, and we got you with a coupon. And that's Den Dweller 15. And you can save. So do that. Do that. I know that the Super Green sale sometimes supersedes what I can get you with the 15% off, so you can't stack or anything, but you can always get good stuff over at FNXFit, but we got you with the coupon.
Coupon! I'm not even going to try
Dweller
anymore.
15. You're like, I'm not even trying.
He threw in the towel.
He's like, come on, man. I'm already there, bro. What do you mean? I'm in the drop already.
Yeah,
what
right?
the fuck do
It's
you
just
mean,
too much
bro?
me.
It's like too much me.
Too much me.
Said no musician ever.
No, that's not true.
That mix has too much me in it.
Yeah.
That mix
Really?
has me
You
too
can't
much
really
in
have
it.
enough me in the mix anyway. We're in the monitor.
Fucking
great.
A. And then, like I said, Slumpkin King is here with us in the Podbean live chats. So,
Oh, good.
you can also catch him as Clown Spaz on Twitch. So, watch him game, watch him entertain, do things. Check it out. I wish you could hear, what's going on, through the microphones, but like I don't think that the power of these particular microphones where I'm at are powerful enough to get everything that we're getting, but you might hear the high-pitched noises of a piccolo.
Oh, yeah, I hear it.
Oh, yes.
Like
The British are coming.
Like for a while, like and you know what's fucking wild? other than going over to patreon.com/devilsdenradio and participating in, the monetary, investment into the show, like Mary, Josh, and Shane, who help out every month, all right? Their little monetary donation helps pay the bills, all right? Because, believe it or not, it costs to do this. And you know what? One day, maybe we'll launch this show off into the stratosphere and be terrestrial. Take over as like the new bear man over here. And be like, hey. They'll be like, you can't ever talk about anything about what you say. And this is what you can't say. I'm like, oh, it's one of those things.
That level of censored.
Yeah, the FCC doesn't play on the terrestrial waves. But on the podcast way, it's because, it's, as long as you have explicit tags, bloop, bloop, it's,
you're safe then.
You're safe.
There
It's
you
like
go.
having the parental advisory.
We definitely need a warning label.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have one of those.
It's good to have a good warning.
Need a good warning.
That's why we always have the explicit tag.
Yep.
So you see the E means explicit. How about that? Did you know that?
I think so. Actually, no. Isn't E for everyone? I thought E was
That's
for
like
everyone.
on a video game
Well, that's
rating
video
system.
They should be more consistent.
Yeah, that could be problematic.
That's misleading.
Everyone explicit. What's the difference?
But it's rated E.
I'm used to the old school parental advisory explicit tag from like CDs and stuff. That's what I'm expecting. If it's explicit, I'm looking for that and that alone. It's like the nuclear sign. There's only one.
There's only one, damn it.
Which I'll do a shameful plug as well to my guest appearance on Pogo City Radio, and also with the lovely Hippie Soul. She chimed in once in a while, but like it was pretty fucking male dominated on that one.
Which one? The last episode?
The Pogo City appearance that I made. So Drew hit me. I talked to Drew, and he was like, I'm doing Gigi Allen. And I'm like, Gigi Allen is a pretty, how can I say, controversial character, So you either have good feels or bad feels.
What?
Someone breathing in a microphone?
I think that's the dog.
I believe that's the dog across the room.
Could be
dear.
me. I don't know. Am I breathing?
I was like, do you hear it?
don't
I was
think
like,
so.
I am breathing. Mom, are you on the line? Hang
Are you
up.
breathing? Hello, Mom.
Remember those days?
Hang up.
I hear you breathing.
Oh,
I'm not on the phone.
yeah.
All right.
No, I think it's the dog in the background.
Yeah, it
'cause
has
she's
to be.
like grunting super loud.
See, on Thursdays, like my audio, like ear goes on, and it's like, what's that noise? It's almost like parent hearing, right?
Well, she's
Like, because my parents, like my dad, like had pretty decent hearing. My mom would sleep through a fucking hurricane,
I can always
and
hear
I
it.
inherited that because I sleep fucking very well.
You
Sometimes I
do.
sleep through things I did not expect to sleep through, but for the most part, I feel like I am a light sleeper.
Yeah, everything wakes me up, but I'm like pretty deaf with things, except for when the kids are like trying to talk shit quietly. I always hear it. I'm always like, I heard that.
Well, that's a mom thing. That's a mom instinct.
Yeah,
you
it
got
totally
that.
is. And Dominic's like, how did she hear that? She never hears anything.
It's like the whole, I got eyes in the back of my head.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm like,
it's
I saw
true.
that. How?
It's like, I heard you.
You're
I
not
hear
even
things,
in
I
this
see things.
room. I'm everywhere.
Well, also, we were pulling the same shit,
Yeah, exactly.
We know all the tricks.
I was your age once.
I'm not.
Believe it or not.
I invented that.
I was a bigger jerk than you are.
Yeah. No joke.
I was terrible.
I could only imagine, honestly.
I wasn't a jerk, but I did things when no one was looking. Like, that's when I misbehaved. It's when
I was just mischievous.
I had a terrible mouth
I wouldn't
on
say,
me.
like, you know, when like in the terms of being like a bad kid. Like, I wasn't essentially, like, a bad kid, you know.
How often did you go to the principal's office?
A lot of times. But, like, you know, at home, I was not, like, a bad kid. But in school, I had an issue with respect. Because they were preaching respect, but they did not give fucking respect. So it's like, okay, so you can preach it and you can teach it, but you just can't, you know, display it and also reciprocate.
Practice what you preach. I get it. Calling out the hypocrisy.
But when you did that to people, it made a mockery of them in their own classroom.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, who's this little shit telling me, you know?
And then honestly, everybody else is already like, well, yeah, he stands on the point of like, yeah, he's right. So it's like, you know, what? Oh, it's gonna be mutiny. No, I gotta make an example of him. And it's not hard, and it's really not hard.
So you're the one that people made an example of.
Correct.
That sucks.
Yep. There was this one teacher I had in what was it? World history, right? All I had to do was debate him for like 2 minutes, right? And then after that, the class would just be spent. He would start on like his lesson plan, and then he would get lost and be like, "But you also need to know, but da 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 da." It's like,
oh my gosh!
So then, like, my one friend Megan, all right. Which, if you're listening, thanks. But she turned to me and said, "Hey, can you do me a favor? I actually want to like learn something in this. Can you stop pissing him off? That'd
like, just shut up,
that'd
dude.
be like, just shut the fuck up. You know, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be great if you could just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like, we get it. Like, you know,
you're smarter than the teacher.
You're smarter than him, yes.
But we need to learn this crap so we can graduate.
Yeah, still got to pass the fucking test, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Nah, I was just the kid who talked back to her mother and father all the time. I was good everywhere else.
Yeah, but yeah, at home, well, I challenged my mom a lot because, like, you know, she was just like a small, like, Tasmanian devil. And like when she would get mad, like the verbiage, it was like very spot on. Like the only thing that she was missing after some of her yells at me were just a.
No, man. I feel bad. I feel bad about how pissed off how badly I pissed my mom off like a few times when I was a kid, because it was, you know, me and my brother, you know, we just caused havoc, and I was usually the more like ridiculous things, shitty things that we did. I was the ringleader most of the time. And I feel so bad about it. There's been more than one time where I've just looked at my mom and I'm like, you know, I'm really sorry about all of that. I'm like, I get it now. I was a dick. Like, I didn't mean to. I didn't know any better. I was like just a little shithead. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry I caused you grief, Mom.
Well, because she stressed a lot about it back. She was trying hard, you know? That's what I feel mostly bad about, is like she did try, and I was just a shithead.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. This is like...
I feel bad now.
You're like, I'm thinking about it. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Like, shit, adulting's hard enough.
Maybe you should have smacked me around a little bit. Like,
oh, man. I'll tell you what, though. My parents were young enough, like, because there's only an 18-year difference.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
so it's like I literally grew up with my parents.
Okay.
You know, so as they were getting their roughage, you know what I mean, and learning how to be adults, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got to learn with them. So that's why they're like, man, John, you really got your shit together. It's like, motherfucker, I grew up with my parents.
Yeah.
So I watched everything that they did, and I was like, well, I can't do that because that doesn't work out well, does it?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to pick out a different plan.
Yeah, I think Trinity's kind of the same way because I was like 21 when I had her, and like she's super mature for 14. People are like,
changes
you don't have to like push her to do anything. She just does her
no,
shit.
because what it does is, because the parents are forced to work either overtime or another job or multiple jobs to fill in the financial gaps of things. And then it's like, okay, so then it just goes, all right, well, who's the oldest? And you're in charge, motherfucker. And it's like, all right. And then obviously if you're in a 3-child situation, the middle child's always going to be like, well, fuck you. I ain't listening to you ever. What the fuck? And then there's the baby that could either fall in line with the middle child and be like, yeah, fuck you. Or they'd be like, but who's going to make dinner?
Yeah, the baby's that swing vote. It all depends.
Oh boy.
See, now we're like, everybody's like, wow, I didn't know that we was going to have a psychology episode.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah, I don't care. I feel like, we've made jokes about like us trending around like, Howard Stern-ish things where, there you go. That's pretty fucking revealing. It's like an onion. I got fucking layers. But if you fry those layers up with enough, breading and some nice batter, some onion petals with like a nice, like I would say,
delicious.
spicy mayonnaise.
What?
You
Sounds delicious.
it's quite delicious, exactly.
Yep. And then that's how you take the layers of life. Spice by spice.
Right.
Well, you never had the deep fried onion petal?
Oh, I have. They're delicious.
Yeah,
I
it
love the
sounds
sauce they come
How
with,
are we
too.
already here? Like, why?
Talking
Easily.
about food.
Who cares? You know why?
Whatever.
I know.
Well, we already like.
It's just gonna happen every episode.
We went deep as fuck with the psychology
Lighting up
shit.
with
It's
some
like,
food.
Whoa, what the fuck? But it's like, yeah, but the oldest though usually bears the and they don't. But then there's also 2 types of people in the older, oldest group. Either the braggadocious ones, it's like, but I always took care of you, I always looked out for you. Or there's like the one where it's just like the humble bragger, you know what I mean? Or
I don't know. My brother and I were so different. He was such a goody-goody, and he couldn't do anything wrong. He was perfect in every sense of the word, by the book. Good boy, Me, I was the one who was like bouncing off the walls, and everyone was just like, "Oh God, this kid," That was me.
They're like, man, this boy's so good, but what happened with the other one? They're twins.
That's the thing. Like even though we're twins, he kind of played like the older brother role, and I was the stereotypical middle child. Like,
is it because he came out first?
That's really what it came down to.
I was curious of your birth order.
We were C-section, so really they just picked him first.
Oh,
but
okay.
really, what was happening was I was struggling, so they just were getting him out of the way so they could get to me. They were really focused on me, and that's what I keep telling them.
It's like, you fucking pushed me out of the way. I tried to be first.
Yeah, man. It's like I could have died, but your fat head was in the way.
I could have died. It would have been your fault.
Yeah, it would have been all your fault.
You even tried to kill me before I even had a chance.
We came out like, Mom, he hit me.
Yeah, pretty much. Your poor mother.
Well, the other thing is that I don't know if I ever told you this. Well, 1, it was Super Bowl Sunday, and 2, they didn't even know they were having twins when they went into the hospital.
Oh my
day.
goodness, no
So
way.
now my mom was like 4 weeks late, and they were like, all right, we got to go in and just get him out. And so it was scheduled. They went in. Actually, beforehand, here's some side stories. My mom's cousin, who's my godmother, worked in the hospital and was there throughout like all of this. And my dad in prior years had done some kind of thing where he worked there. For whatever reason, he knew people there. So they were just letting him just go wherever. So this is in 1983.
Yeah,
old
things
time.
are different.
So it was I don't know if they did X-rays or wasn't ultrasounds, but whatever they did to look at the babies back then. It must have been an X-ray because the way my dad tells the story is they're in an elevator going to basically show the X-rays to my mom, who was in labor, and my godmother kind of peeks. She's the nurse, and she kind of peeks, and then like her face changes, and she slides the X-rays back in the envelope and doesn't say anything. And my dad is staring at her. He's like, "What the fuck was that? Like, what's the look for?" And she was just like, "Well, I'll tell you, we'll talk about it when we get into the room and stuff." And she tried to play it cool. But basically my dad was like, "No, tell me now." So she pulls it out. She's like, "Okay, you see that like circle?" She's like, "That's the head, right? We agree on that. Now you see how it looks like there's like a shadow of it or like an echo, like it's in 3D or not 3D, but anyway, he's like, "That's not normal. What do you think that could mean?" And my dad's like, "Please tell me like she moved or something when they took the picture." And it's like the film is like smudged.
My child has an extra head on
It's
its
like,
ass.
"Nah, guess again." It's like, "I'm pretty sure there's two of them in there." So
Wow.
yeah, called
What
the
a
doctor
way to
in.
find out.
Surprise!
That is so funny.
And I was the one they didn't know about.
You were hiding.
I was hiding. So. Yep. Another thing I still feel bad about. I'm like, you didn't even know you had one crib. You had like one set of everything. One baby's worth of diapers. Like,
Oh, man.
when I show up. Yeah.
Well,
It's all good. That's my birth
That's a good
story.
one.
Thank you for coming to my TED
super
Talk.
cool. Twin stories are neat, though, honestly.
Yeah. We're fraternal twins, though, so we don't have like, we don't look alike.
I was gonna say I don't even want to know what my mom's conception story because it was like a drop and leave type of thing.
Drop and
I think mine was a
leave.
birthday present to my dad because the way the timing worked out, like you back up 9 months from when I was supposed to be born, it's like right on my dad's birthday. So I'm like, okay. I see what happened.
Yeah, last time you fucking did that for my birthday.
Yeah. It's even funnier. My dad was born on April Fool's Day. So, joke's on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, mine would line up around my mom's birthday. That's so gross. Ew.
October, November,
I just did that
December,
math.
January. Yeah, 9 months from April
Oh,
1st
gross.
is like January.
It would be the beginning of September for me, which is my mom's birthday.
See? It's all making sense now. I bet.
Gross.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
weird.
of people
It's
could
weird.
back up 9 months from their birthday and be like, it might be
Yeah.
one of their parents' birthdays.
That is so beyond nasty to think about.
Well, they are your parents.
I
The only way
know.
you're here is if that happened at some point.
But the thing is, I had the horrific experience of walking in on my parents as
God.
a child. And I saw way, way more than I ever wanted to. So that's why I'm extra grossed out about it.
I never saw it, but I heard it.
Oh, no. I got to see Doggy. Like, yeah. No, not something you ever want to see. I'll never
Like,
get the
she dropped
image of my
something
dad
behind
in
the
just
bed.
a t-shirt out of my mind. Like, there are certain things in this world. I learned how to knock very soon after that. I think I was like 4 or 5.
It's fucking
Yeah.
traumatizing.
It
Yeah, you
is.
get it.
I didn't know.
You said you were 4?
Like 4 or 5. I didn't really know what it was
Yeah, you
at
wanna-
then.
I
You
have
wanna
like
turn the
flashes of
screen and
memories.
take the
What's
reads
that?
on that.
I can't see.
I can't see that far.
No, turn the screen towards you since you're sitting there. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha.
All right,
Puppy
because
dog.
Slumpkin is over here commenting as well.
Oh, yes,
Sucks
he
we
is.
can't turn that font any bigger. It's
Then where's the cucumber come into play? Oh, man. I don't want to know where the cucumber comes into play in that one. Oh. Gross. Ugh.
Hold on.
But yeah, well, look at us old timers trying to figure out how to make font bigger. No,
Why
I'm
how do
just
you work
kidding.
this thing?
Well, no, I can. I just
No.
can't zoom in on this.
Yeah.
Because
That's
It's
all
almost like
good.
you have to
Fucking
change the
screen is a
default
piece of
font
shit.
size in the browser settings, which you don't want to.
I'm not
You don't want to
fucking
go
with
through
this
that
shit.
right
Yeah,
Like,
not
you know,
right
like,
now. We'll just
why?
deal with it. I can read it. I got it.
Yeah, that's why.
now. I'm just old and blind.
Yeah. But this fucking trip down, memory lane, I guess, doesn't really work out for a bastard. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's like, oh, well, it's like, yeah, John, how was your conception story? I don't know. It was probably like the end, it was like the end of summer, and they're just like, fuck it, let's fuck, like every other fucking teenager, It's probably in the backseat of a car in a fucking cornfield or some shit.
Cornfield.
Who fucking knows? Well, my mom went to Del Val, so it's like, it could have been in a cornfield, what I mean? It could have been under the influence of cocaine, who knows, because that's what I known what Del Val girls were about. Especially the Califon kids, they were definitely partying.
Absolutely. Those are all like.
Yeah, see? Like, you're like, oh, yeah.
Those are like the rich kids.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I went to
Rich
some
kids.
parties at some of their houses. I don't know how. This is back when I was hanging out with Jeremy all the time, driving around. Like, we'd wind up at all those houses, these huge fucking houses, and these kids are throwing these huge parties. I'm like, this is the shit you see in, like,
Crazy.
high school movies, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, huge house parties. I'm like, wow.
No.
This is...
These do exist.
Yeah, but we're not in high school. There's like, booze here, and it's cool. Like, we're allowed to be doing this,
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. There was one place we went where the kid had his own like little side house on the and like oh my god it was huge, like his little side house was like fucking huge. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Man,
There's kids.
crazy.
But
Good times though.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, so my mom was a cheerleader.
Ah.
Oh really?
So
Oh.
that's why I said it's pretty much like you can like almost like insert stereotype, and it's like boom.
So
like-
maybe your dad
The sperm donor,
was he like a lacrosse player maybe?
football,
Football? Oh.
but
Okay.
yeah, he ran off to the Navy apparently though,
Mm.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
But then I got wonderfully adopted as a baby. He said, "Come here, little white baby." Mwah. Speaking of white baby, it's fucking
like a
O'Brien Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Yeah, and
I
you're
don't
not even
feel
wearing your
anything.
green.
You're not
What the
even
fuck is wrong with you?
Irish
I don't
looking
feel
today.
anything about
Look
St.
at that.
Patty's Day.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Like,
teasing.
Maybe because you're like, no, because my people actually survived the potato famine, so fuck.
yeah. I should pig out on potatoes today. That's what I should be doing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, isn't
I don't want to eat that many potatoes right now. So.
But you know what used to be pretty good, though, when you made the corned beef? Because everybody's like, oh, you gotta have corned beef.
I did that in the crock pot like last week, and I'm like, it's too soon to make a whole bunch of corned beef again.
Yeah.
But we made
Yeah.
Reuben's instead, which is still really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't do red meat anymore,
No.
so I do the turkey Reubens.
Okay.
Mhm.
They're just
They're
as good.
Well, I like how you
Definitely.
both were in
Definitely good.
synchronicity on good. That was good.
No, you get them. You get a turkey Reuben from
Especially
a diner.
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
as
it's
good.
fucking
Delicious.
Yeah.
I hate when they call it something else. It's just like, call it a turkey Reuben. Don't give it a
Exactly.
different name. It's just a turkey Reuben.
Mhm.
A lot of
It's a
places don't.
Reuben.
They call it a Rachel.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
It is.
That is dumb. Just call it a
Because it's
turkey
a
Reuben.
light
Because it's so much
version.
easier. And then not only that, for the fucking, the cook, it's like, okay, I'm making the same stuff as the other one. I'm just
Exactly,
not
I'm
putting
just
fucking
changing out the
corned beef
meat.
on it. I'm
Exactly.
putting
You're only
fucking turkey
confusing
on
the
it.
Swap
guy
the
who's
meat.
got to cook it. Like, come on, make it easy.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Dumb as shit.
It is stupid. I
don't
agree.
care what you call it. I care what it tastes
But
like.
there's like a bunch of diners where I would just see it as a turkey Reuben. So, like,
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
sense. 'Cause it's usually in Jersey
Straightforward.
when I see
You know what I love? Sloppy Joe's from diners.
Sloppy Joe's
Not the
good.
manwich kind. You don't get a manwich. It's roast beef on. It's like triple decker sandwich, but roast beef, coleslaw, and I think Russian dressing, or Thousand Island dressing, something like
Isn't
that.
that the same shit? Russian dressing. Is
No,
the
there's
same as
some.
Thousand
I
Island?
have bottles of each at home, and I put them back to back, and they're like 95% the same fucking thing, but there's like one ingredient
Pickle.
that's different. I think you might be right.
I think that is correct.
It's literally pickle. In
Which
Thousand
one has
Island.
the pickle then? Thousand Island. It's
has
Russian with pickle.
Yep.
Russian with pickle.
It's a pickled Russian.
It's a pickled Russian.
Pickled
Okay.
Russian.
So I guess everybody's like, well, fuck Russian dressing. I'm going to have only
Thousand Island now.
All right.
Which, I'm not, I definitely don't agree with what's going on, but
Yeah.
but that's as far as I'll say. Anyway, food.
Back to food.
Diner.
Always.
Yeah,
But
the
what-
Jersey Sloppy Joe.
I've never
It's
had
on
a
rye. You never had
Jersey
it?
Sloppy Joe. No,
Oh
never.
my God! Really?
Well,
Yeah.
when you're
Oh.
by the shore, you're going to have to, we'll stop on the
You could probably get one at one of the diners around here. You're close enough to Jersey where it's got to have spilled over. But look on a diner
haven't
menu
seen
for a
it.
Sloppy Joe, and
Do you
it's
do a SOS at all?
what?
Do you do
Shit on
SOS?
shingles.
What's
yeah.
that? I know it.
Cream
Shit
chip
on a
beef
shingle.
on toast.
I've had that before.
It's one
Yeah.
of my mom's favorite breakfast
okay.
items.
Yeah, SOS. That's usually
Mhm.
like what I've noticed as an East Jersey and
I have
Pennsylvania.
like patty melts. I
Uh-huh.
get them a lot.
Those are good too. I used to love those.
But diner food, it's just God.
I
The
know.
omelets are top
now I'm
tier.
like,
Do you remember when you used to be able to
Oh, well, we're
in
going-
high school? I used to go to the diner and buy like disco fries and shit, and
Yeah,
just sit there
home fries,
and smoke
dude.
cigarettes.
we'll have it.
Coffee
And
and,
drink
cigarettes
coffee.
all night.
Well, we'll have a diner excuse tomorrow, babe. Look at that.
Late night diner.
Uh-huh.
Nothing like
Yeah.
it.
And we'll be coming from Jersey.
Yeah, we'll become.
Get yourself
So
a
we can
sloppy
go to
Joe.
the good
we're going to Clinton Station.
We already know
every
where we're
single time.
stopping.
Oh, you're going to Clinton Station.
Oh, we always do when we
Always.
can.
They're not
going to
have
show.
the train car open though at night.
They
No, they do.
They do?
Uh
They
huh.
do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Our-
It's just
That place is
Uh-huh.
great. If you're in the mood for Greek food, get it. That's one of the
Yeah.
diners you
Their
can get
food is
real
so
good Greek food.
good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I keep getting the French onion soup. I can't help
That's good
myself.
there.
It's delicious.
And get yourself some of the desserts from that place too.
Hmm.
They're huge.
That dessert
Oh,
case is
yeah.
bomb. And well, now they play like
Well,
videos
Oh.
showing them making the food while you're in there.
What?
So they show like
Yeah.
instructional
do
videos,
you
but
wanna
then
li-
they cut it off, and we're like, darn it. Jared and I were all fixated on it the last time.
Yo, that's making your food, like your order.
No,
Oh.
it's just videos of like how they make their food, like even the baked goods and stuff. It's super cool.
Oh man, that is cool. What a great concept.
Yeah, and then they have like fake news on there about their own food. That really draws you into. It's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
They're like, well,
it's
there's
an
no use
awesome
putting real
diner.
news up
no,
here because
no, let's not just skip over. All right, you talk about fake news. All right, then they put on this one thing, right, and it flipped our friend Jeremy the
That's
fuck
why I'm
out.
like laughing.
Oh,
Because-
this is after a show. And,
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
All right.
It was hilarious.
So
What was it?
So there was this segment, all right, where it was going over what was it like?
It was the
eight
burger.
deadly types of foods or some shit like that, and they only did 2, and then they cut from it. And then Jeremy's like, "Well, what the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, where's the other 6? You know?
But what
Where's
about the
rest
other
of them?
6,
Like,
man?
like,
He would just like stopped everything. He's but what the fuck? Wait.
That's cool. I want to go back there now.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Pretty sure it's on loop.
It is. They just keep replaying it because then I was like, oh, there it was. Because it got me.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wait. Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, that was
It was funny.
Yeah, but that's usually like when we even went out with Slumpkin.
Yeah,
who was
we
with
went
us,
to the
I was gonna
diner.
say, it's like after like a show, you have to go to a diner.
After Maze, we went to the diner.
You know, because it's the one thing that like I guess I'm holding on as like a nostalgic feel of like of like being a young fucking kid after band practice, going to grab some fucking disco fries and whatever I could afford.
Usually
Yeah.
it's because I'm just spent from the long day of like going to the show, and I'm legitimately hungry. I'm fucking
Yeah.
starving
Yeah.
at that point.
Want to
you know?
eat.
Yeah, going to
Eat and
shows,
go to bed.
stopping at TikTok. You know what I mean? That was my stomping ground.
And especially if I'd been drinking, by
Yeah,
that point in
sop
the
it up.
evening, and they're open 24 hours. That's,
yes, it was.
Yep.
Most of them are not anymore.
That's
I
a
know,
bummer.
it's
I
so
know. See, back
sad.
in our day, though, it was pretty much guaranteed that the first
Yeah,
diner you see 4 in the
exactly.
morning is going to be open.
Mm-hmm. And you always got
You
that
wanna
smoking
stop?
lady. How many?
Yep.
Yep.
Let me get 3.
Oh yeah, there's no
Do you want the counter?
Counter.
Do you want a
Exactly.
table?
The
You're
counter,
not
the
getting like,
table.
"Hi, welcome to our diner." Just, well,
And you're
what do
like
you
lucky
want?
if you get a refill on your drink.
Oh, you'll get the refill. I mean,
Yeah,
diner is
that's
like
why you go to the
know,
counter at
Exactly.
late night.
The late
Yeah.
night is the counter. If you sit in a booth, you're not getting a refill very
Unless
frequently.
you're gonna talk freak, then you gotta fucking get a table because nobody want to hear your freak talk.
Yeah.
While you're
I-
sitting
yeah.
at the fucking counter. You know what I'm saying?
We were the group of kids who would get that corner booth and just like smoke the place out. Just, like refill coffee constantly. Just
Full
stay there
fucking-
for hours.
fucking cool kids over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool
Did that
kid
a few
group.
times, but it didn't last long because they stopped. They stopped smoking indoors.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 or 3 years into my doing that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The good old
The
days.
good old days.
Like we were.
Well, I go to that diner now, and I'm like, it's definitely much cleaner in here.
It's a whole lot cleaner than it used to
Yeah, but it had that. I guess you could call it a charm. I don't know, like a dirty old
Like-
diner.
be. A dirty old diner.
It's like, you know how old I am? I used to go into a restaurant and they would ask me, not how many, but they would ask me, smoking or non-smoking?
Yeah, smoking or not?
They're like, God damn, how old are you? Real old.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, man. But no, I remember when Jersey banned it, though.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
do remember because it was right after New York did theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And New Jersey, as much as I love to always say that, it's New Jersey and it's 49 bitches, New Jersey acts like a bitch anytime fucking New York does something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not when it came to weed.
No.
they
We
beat 'em
strike
to
No.
it.
first.
Yeah, that was
That took me by surprise. I did not expect
That was a
Jersey to make that.
that was a
decision that
makeup
fast.
call for the fucking smoking ban.
Hey,
Yeah.
respect to Jersey also because they're giving discounted licenses to have a dispensary or run a marijuana related business in New Jersey if you had previously been convicted of a marijuana related crime.
So you're getting
Go-
rewarded.
They're paying
For-
you back for doing something wrong against you. Go freaking
That
Jersey.
is fucking awesome.
Sorry, I read that today and I was
Ah.
like, hell yeah, New Jersey. And also
That makes me
to
very happy. Makes me proud.
classes of people who may not have otherwise been given the opportunity to
Yeah.
have a license to operate a business because of their socioeconomic status.
I'm just glad that
They're
putting up-
doing a lot of things to reduce costs and make it more accessible than Pennsylvania because it's millions of dollars in PA.
Yeah, and
to-
they're putting one like within a 5-mile radius of my house, which is
Yeah,
fucking
I-
awesome.
They're making it, that PA people do actually have the opportunity to become entrepreneurs that may not have otherwise. And if you open a business in, say, an inner city area where it's more impoverished, you're also given discounts as well on your licenses in Jersey, I was reading. So they're really opening up opportunities to a lot of people. It's really cool. I've been doing some research because I want to do some things, honestly, and it's very
when
possible.
The whole weed fight was happening in the state legislature, it was just so frustrating to try to pay attention to. Like for a lot of reasons, I checked out.
Yeah.
And so now I'm not as up to date with everything. So I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, they're doing some really progressive things, but hearing that they're giving people who they took really essentially rights from because of marijuana charges and saying, hey, we screwed up.
Yeah.
Here's a way to right this a little bit is like, hey, thumbs up to Jersey. Other states need to follow that same suit.
I think that's fantastic. I want whoever's idea that was and however that got through.
It's like man.
Where can often be a really like stubborn Senate.
Well, it's either that or you're going to take a big red L, in your fiscal.
Well, I did hear that they were having trouble actually issuing. They were going to, I think it was like 30 licenses or something around there they were going to issue, but they were having trouble because of so many town ordinances. So regardless of what the state law would be, so many towns have put rules that, they can't open a dispensary in there for or whatever, red tape, like you said. So I think that they're discounting these to get rid of them.
Yep.
Which is a weird problem we did not expect to have.
I'm like, hey, I want to go open in an inner city at this point because it's your cheapest possible avenue of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and think about where a lot of the
and that's a lot of places where you'd want where your customers would be anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say like where a lot of the people who did get arrested, like
exactly.
It speaks to that too. So you're kind of like talking about like the imbalance,
exactly.
of the arrests, marijuana related arrests. Absolutely.
It puts the weight on the other side of Lady Justice.
For once.
Yeah.
For once.
That's really cool. I'm really
super
happy
cool
to hear that.
Can I move home yet?
Yeah, we can. That's my point. I want to go back. Let's open our freaking weed business and freaking be happy, baby.
In Jersey?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Going home.
It's calling us. Like
you can build a house
our
in the lot
vision is
across
possible.
the street from my house. It'll be just like you and me across the
right?
street.
Like our vision is literally possible at this point. I've literally started doing the research.
You know what? It's not a bad idea because it's almost like we would almost like then
baby.
like be a quarter. We would be like quarter of the town's residents. It's like all friends.
Right? It would be so
it's
great.
like we know quarter of the town.
New Village, man.
Yeah, and then we'll take over that gas station and
It'll
fill
be
it up.
a little corner.
They used to have Rossini's, that little...
Well, that's what we talked about before.
That's what I wanted to use.
But it's uninhabitable and
They
unpurchasable. We we looked.
Really?
We started, genuinely, we have started doing research on these things.
Correct.
Cool shit.
It's like something I really want to do. That's why I was starting to look into licenses.
What can you do as an old person? Work
Nothing.
retail, at a fucking...
I can say hello to people when they walk into Walmart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can say hello to you at
pretend to read
at my
the receipt.
dispensary
You
as
want to come work at our dispensary bakery setup?
Yes, I do. I'll be your quality assurance director.
Quality assurance, and you can start up the help with the music side of the business too that we were talking about, because we want to incorporate music in there and have like a cafe with open mic nights and cool shit.
I think I heard that there is a state out there that approved lounges. And if that's the case, and if that becomes a trend...
Exactly. We would want to be able to roll right into that.
Yeah. Dude, a smoking lounge, it just fucking makes sense, man. Like, the music would be great.
Right?
Like, the food would be great. Oh my god!
See, we could totally do that, and it could be all of our friends doing it together.
Yeah, man. I'm in.
Communal hippie style. And
Exactly.
there's our retirement plan, and it can be stress-free. And it's all of our friends.
We could just fucking...
We could all put a piece of the puzzle, put a piece of the pie in there, so to speak. Because we all have different skills that would blend well to create a very strong business plan.
Of this all? It's
Hell
trying
yeah.
to figure out how all these pieces of the puzzle fit together.
Thank you, Tool.
Well, he knows that the pieces fit, but I watched
Exactly.
them fall away, and that's not a good reference. You know
No,
why?
sorry.
Because that's
But the pieces fit.
Because no, that song's about a breakup.
I know, but I like
So
how
it's
the
not,
pieces
I was
fit.
gonna say it's like
That particular segment, though. The pieces fit now.
I remember staying up to watch that music video a lot on MTV when MTV actually played music videos.
Super early in the morning and late at night.
That's how old I was, that they played music videos only in the early morning or on TRL. But it was only like a blip of a music video.
Or on Beavis and Butthead. That was the only other time you got to see music video. I loved that.
But that was like on reruns and stuff by the time. They threw that on MTV too by the time I was like, in like high school and shit.
Back in my day, the original airings.
Yeah, I remember the original airings.
I was like little though. Like I watched it with my brother-in-law
inappropriately. I didn't like it as much when it first came out.
I did. Just because there was nothing else like it.
Yeah, definitely nothing like that.
Beavis.
And then when South Park, I got my hands on that though.
South Park was freaking is hilarious.
Especially the fucking anal probe,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
And it's like, what the fuck? And my dad was so mad. I mean,
really?
so mad, like so mad.
See, my dad thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, he was so mad, like.
My dad's like, that's so inappropriate, but it's
because
funny.
here's the deal, all right, and this is why he got so mad, all right, because I said I don't watch South Park, so my Uncle Ernie, he's probably with us right now laughing. He's like, go on, tell him what I did, go on, tell him what I did, go on,
What'd you do? What'd you do, Uncle Eddie?
So, Uncle Ernie,
Uncle Ernie,
yeah. He bought me the Cheesy Poof, like, talking box thing from South Park. All right? So now, what it did, if you hit the buttons in the right sequence, right, it would say, oh my God, you killed Kenny, you bastard! But it wasn't in, like, 1, 2, 3...
It was like 2, 1, 3, or
it was like a 1, 3, 2 combo. All right.
Weird.
Let's just say I think I got to the 1, 3 smack. You lying motherfucker! Of course you watched it. I lied. See, that's what I mean. So, like, back to what I was saying before. I was a bad kid, to the teachers for sure. But I was mischievous to my parents. I was gonna say
that's not like at the end of the day, that's something your dad's gonna look back at and laugh.
Yeah, but then there was also times that like my dad would get drunk and be an asshole, so then we would like purposely try to piss him off.
Oh,
because he stutters.
Again, that is a mischievous thing, also to mess with your parents in a teasing way like that. That's definitely mischievous. Disrespectful. Your parents are drunk. You may as well mess with them.
He's supposed to be watching me, and he's fucking inebriated. He eventually
disrespectful.
He did eventually be like, you know what? I wish I was better. And I was like, damn, man, thank you. Like I was like, you only waited 36 years. Thank you. Got that from both parents, which was weird. Which, like, I was like, damn, man, I grew up with you motherfuckers. Of course I knew.
Yeah.
You know, and then my brother's only 2 years younger than me, so he's kind of like, well, anything you could do, I could do better. Fuck you, man. So, like, you know, he got me, like, off the child train, like, real quick. Like, you know, and I got to be Peter Pan. Be like, I want to be in a band. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have kids. Okay. Peace out. But, I don't know. I'm still the black sheep kid, though. You know? I'm still the black sheep kid. I'm the black sheep kid. Because, like, my brother... coddled by my dad for the most part. Yeah. Coddled.
And then
you know
your sister by the mom.
But then, like, you know, my sister was like the baby, you know what I mean, and babied, you know what I mean, to the fullest, like by the definition. So certain things that I was like, yo, you need to fucking like, you know, get your shit together, so because nobody's gonna fucking, because you might be mom and dad's princess, but you're the world's bitch.
Ow. Harshness.
What? That's the fucking truth. I tell that, yo, if you can't get the fucking truth into people's heads, like, yo, your mom and dad's fucking princess, but you're the world's bitch.
Yeah, well,
it's coming from a place of love.
Yeah,
like you're
I'd say
trying
this with
to
love, but
push her out the nest and stuff, and
it's like you gotta like
make sure she's strong to stand on her own 2 feet. Because our parents won't be there forever.
And they're not going to fucking kiss all your fucking wounds.
No, the real world will just throw salt in them, to be honest. And be like...
There are some leechy motherfuckers. And then sometimes you got to fucking, like, you got to hard stiff arm people. Because they don't know the lane.
Exactly. And
that's one thing I realized getting older is sometimes you just got to... You got to be a little bit of a dick sometimes just to keep...
Yep.
For self-preservation, you know?
It's true. I learned that the hard way, too. And I was also the baby of the family, so I can relate with your sister in certain things.
Because it's like, not only, like, do I get, like, because I would get ass whoopings, like, if my brother would do something crazy, because you know why? I probably gave him the idea. I was like, for real? I'm getting the ass whooping because he probably got the idea, which most times he got the idea from me. But I was, all right, I always used ingenuity. I should have been a civil engineer, but instead of, like, you know, putting more books and shit in front of me, which my dad did get, you know, smart on that shit. He was like, beating you doesn't help. He's like, so you know what? I'm going to make you read. He bought me a junior encyclopedia, and I was so bad that I made through like 2 volumes.
That's
he made you read an encyclopedia
as a punishment. Yeah,
That's
I read
genius,
an encyclopedia.
Did he like quiz you on it and stuff? Like, how did he know you were reading it?
He had a full keg in a refrigerator, a kegerator, like before kegerator, like, you know, someone made that kegerator for him, and he was drunk all the time. So I could have been like, it's da 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 da, and just all like, you know, he wasn't like flipping through it and be like, tell me about armadillos. No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. But you know, definitely it was like, yeah, you're gonna go up there and read. And you're gonna, you know, because and then also once I was old enough to go out and had my bikes and, you know, my own transportation devices, it's like, yeah, I was out. I'm out, motherfuckers. I'm out. You know why? Because if I'm out, I don't get in trouble. Because they don't see me getting in trouble.
Just don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Yeah, it's better to get caught by your parents sometimes than, you know, the police.
Yeah.
Unless you run fast. Yeah, thankfully I did have that to my advantage at one point. But not anymore. So now I just got to play by the rules.
Yep.
There was a time that I had to, like, the way that it worked, there was just a factory building, like, right here, right? And then there was an alleyway. So they parked their car here, and we just hopped fences, right? All the way to the next main street, and then went boop, boop, zigzagged, and went away.
Oh my word.
They were so mean. Yeah, we were. I don't know. But that's like mischievous shit for sure.
Yeah.
But
it's
then, like my mom, then when my mom and dad split, the bad shit I used to do was like sneak out, because
that's typical kid shit, I think.
because it's like it'd be like trying to boo love, and it's like my friends are like boo love, and it's like, yo, fucking girls all at her house by herself. You want to go with me? I'm like, all right, whatever. Like I've skateboarded, all right, from Southside Easton to Forks.
Jesus Christ.
I've done everything just because I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
Huh.
Walking in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, all right,
On a school night?
on school night. Not giving a shit.
Damn.
Yeah, my parents would have
watching
killed
Tool,
me.
and then coming in and watching Tool. Dun, dun, dun. I know the pieces fit. What the fuck? Am I just delirious, or is this video fucking with me? It's like, damn, man, you're a fucking burnout kid. Nah. But, man, this was a typical show, I would say.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
Good
But
one.
some really interesting personal stories in there tonight, I think.
Oh, yeah, I got a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got
Learned a little bit more about all of us.
Yeah. Peel back some layers a little bit. Plus, it's like I said, as long as I can keep paying the bills and, we get support of it, shit, like we got 179 episodes.
It's crazy. Inching closer towards 200, man.
I feel like this 100 flew by though.
I feel like it did too. Like this
It
has been a quick 100.
It's been
Well, what
more
episode did you start
entertainment.
coming in on?
Oh.
It was before 100?
It was been since it was at least the last 50.
Okay.
We'd have to do a listen back, but I was there for at least the 150 too. One.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was saying then
It
the
was
next
before
milestone
them.
would be your 100th episode. Because I
I
remember
guess.
what mine was. It was like 149 or something. Or
Yeah, I'll have
140s.
to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, figure it out. That's a
She's like,
milestone.
I
gotta find my birthday show date.
I guess. Have to go back through and figure it out. But yeah, I mean, you guys have been moving through them, though. It's quick.
Yeah, even though we changed the format, which, we, like I said, on the Pogo City, visit, which, was like, it was kind of weird because it was like, that's where I got to really start to podcast. And it was like, all right. Because we literally had a conversation over football, and it was like a mild argument. All right, because it's what we do, apparently. Like, mind you, I haven't seen this man since we were in 8th grade. Like, 8th grade's, went out. It's like, all right, cool. Well, when summer comes around, we'll definitely be seeing each other a bunch.
And that never happened.
That just never happened.
Yeah.
So then it was like, all right. And then, insert this thing, and then it's like, oh, boom, Facebook friend that you may know. Yeah, of course I know you. Yeah. That's cool. Fucking add him in there. You're talking shit about the Panthers. That's not cool. Fuck you. Blah, 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 blah. And then
Hi,
I was
new old
like,
friend.
and then not only
Fuck
that,
off.
and then he posted an episode of his podcast, Voice of Bedlam, and I was like, what the fuck are you recording on? Your phone in a bathroom? It sounds like shit. I was
Let
like,
me
I got some
help you.
recording stuff. Let me help you. You know what I mean? And then
Cool.
we'll talk our shit. You know what I mean? And then from there, Voice of Bedlam was born, into more of a professional, recording. Because then he was like, what do I need to buy? And he started buying everything.
That's cool.
Cool.
But he's also he's I thought I was a gear whore before.
Yeah, no.
But this motherfucker's got gear horror-itis. He's a poly
He has
gear whore.
quite a collection. His pedals are what, like, I love looking at them each time because they're just pretty to look at this point because he has
For his base.
So-
such a cool setup.
So as much as like I'm thinking about this show, you know, because this show's concept, you know, predates even before helping out with Voice of Bedlam. It was just like, I don't know, will people even want to listen to me? Let's find out. And I don't even got to, like, you know, gamble my own money in a sense. Because I was using all this equipment for band stuff anyway.
Oh, that's perfect. So it's just repurposing.
You know, I was going to say, well, there's so much pre-production on this fucking computer. It's fucking ridiculous. So much pre-production. But, yeah, it's been a long fucking time. And you can see all of that archived stuff on YouTube, believe it or not. It's funny. Yep. So you can see the very first podcastings and how, you know...
Is that where Shit Dick was recorded?
Correct.
I've seen that video.
Yeah. And then I just took, I think somebody had their sunglasses sitting on the table, and I just put
That was
them on.
the best. You had this deadpan face with these stupid sunglasses on. It just added to the ridiculousness of the whole thing.
It's funny. Jess always brings up that video, too, because she thinks it's so funny.
She was in the room when it was like, you know, and she was like, "The fuck you do? That's funny. You guys got to record that."
She'll still talk about that.
Yeah, well, she definitely, you know, motivated us to, you know, just record it.
That's awesome. Nice suggestion, Jess.
Because we were fucking stoned.
No, really? Not you guys.
I was really surprised, though, that I just, like, I don't know, I improv'd a lot of the lyrics. Just ad-libbed and just went, all right, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
It'll work, right?
Caught lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
Good job.
So you're talking about those jam moments, right?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I have I respect rappers who can do that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, to improvise with words like that, with rhythm and rhyming, like that's impressive. My brain cannot do that, and you know, so yeah, that's all same thing. Like I see a lot of correlation between that and jam music, like rapping or rap battles are fun to watch.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Hip hop and R&B kind of, like I said, you know, molded my ideas of what kind of vocal ideas, you know, I had.
Yeah.
You know, with certain, you know, rhythmic patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And
the
then,
pentatonic runs and all that.
And it was funny because when I performed with Beneath the Dead Sky, there was a comment that my friend Peter said. He's like, man, you were up there. He's like, I thought it was like a fucking, like, you know, you were doing like some hip hop shit. You were like, da 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 da, and then break it down, and all these motherfuckers started going nuts. Huh. And he was like, and I was like, oh, all right. Like, I never really,
yeah,
you know, thought about it, you know, in that sense of, you know, it's like, okay, my influence has made its way into, you know, into that. So it's like, okay, cool.
It's kind of cool that somebody else pointed it out to you like that.
I didn't know. All I've heard about the feedback of my live performances was a friend of Rivers and Ant's named Bobby. He came up to Ant and he said, "Yo, your new singer's fucking nuts." He ran around like the goddamn place was on fire.
That's funny.
But most of the time, I would just, like, you know, like I said, smoke a blunt and, like, drink Sparks, which was like an energy malt
boozy
liquor.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like,
God, they give you the worst fucking stomach cramps though.
Yeah, it was not a good idea at all. But,
is it that was the old? Is that the one that they changed the formula at some point? No,
it was
Four Loko.
The OG, yeah, and this was like the Fedra laced fucking fucking Four Loko type shit. Yeah.
Oh no.
Remember that shit was like giving motherfucker heart palpitations and shit like
I
that.
just remember my insides felt like they were like
I
twisted.
never drank.
Yeah, I
that.
could never do that again ever. I did. No, yeah, I did one Four Loko, and I never did it again ever. But I drank shit tons of Sparks, you know, like a fucking dumbass. But most of the time I couldn't drink at venues. There was the one time that we were forced to, you know, after Ant's car got hit, you know, to like, you know, basically let the bitch that hit us go, or we weren't gonna play. Because the bouncer was like, "You gotta let her go."
What? What kind of dumb shit is that?
And she fucked up that entire door, like dented it all.
That's some crap.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, some crazy stories. I always have some tales. Maybe we'll, you know what we'll do for episode 200? We'll have a musical kind of like reminisce time.
Tales from the
Tales
road.
from the tour.
And tales from the show as well, because we've told some tales on this show, and some of the best ones. I'm sure that you'll be like, you know what, we got to mention that one again, you know, so you got to tell that story or this, you know, so, and we will all share a tale, all right? We'll all share a tale, all right? And this will be our trip down the lane, you know, but we also will have to have a memory of the show, all right, too. So a tale that can be entertaining and a tale from the show. So we'll do some homework, right? But we got some time before episode 200,
Yeah,
but
we
not
sure do.
much time.
It'll come quick.
Yeah.
These, when I saw how quick we were getting up to it, I was like, no fucking way. But then I thought about it, and I was like, but John, you also did Voice of Bedlam, and that was not that. It was more than just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And then Bad Luck was not that long ago.
Doesn't feel like it. It's starting to, actually. Doing this long enough, you know.
Yeah, this was always, like I said, it filled in, and then I had to dissolve it into, you know, Bad Luck, and then I was like, and then it fell off, and then we got it back. And
The last time I saw Fish live was like 2 weeks before my first time on Bad Luck. So, like, I haven't seen Fish since as long as really you and I have connected.
Wow.
so, damn.
I know.
It's been a minute.
If you can say anything, I guess you could say you're like, you know, I've been around this metal guy so much, so I just said, fuck Fish.
No.
No.
I got the itch.
No.
I got the Fish itch. I'll be seeing him. I think we're gonna go to 2 shows this year.
Yo, Incubus is going to be coming around.
I've seen Incubus and like
And they're also playing with Sublime with Rome, which I
I've
was
seen
like,
them
eh,
too.
which
The
is
tickets
alright.
aren't that bad. I
It's-
was looking at them.
Yeah, the
You know what?
Prices.
If you've never seen either band, you'll
The
love it.
lawn's dirt cheap. If
Yeah, the lawn's dirt cheap, though.
I thought if we
I
went
was just
lawn
thinking about just
style,
going
we'd take
just
the
to
kids.
have fun.
Yeah, if
you
you've
know,
never
to take
seen
the
either
kids,
band,
yeah.
you'll have a good time.
Yeah, if we did lawn, I'd take the kids because
But-
it'd be cheap enough.
Yeah, I saw Incubus, and you'll see every song you want to hear, and then Sublime. It's just, you know, yeah, it's great, but it's not, you know. It's
Well, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it
it's-
sucks. I don't like the new Sublime with Rome. I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
at first it was cool, but the novelty wore off. I think.
yeah, I gotcha.
There's some songs that are decent, but not all.
Yeah.
right.
It'd
But
be fun,
then,
though.
like, but it's also like it's a gift and a curse because they're like they want to continue playing songs that they helped write, you know.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But because one man was like, "Well, I hope this band dies when I die."
Yeah, like those
You know what I mean?
people,
Like,
it's their art too.
That's
you know?
fucked up. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like it's So I don't know. I have a mixed feeling about that as well
Yeah.
because it's kind of like what? Like, no, there's no way. Like,
Well, I know there's an intentional separation between Sublime and Rome. Like, that's why it's billed as Sublime with Rome. Like, he's not
Yeah.
in Sublime. I think there's like a legal reason for that.
correct.
Exactly.
But he's been doing it for like 15 years now. Probably longer.
But he sings the hell out of those parts, man.
Well, yeah, he's good. He's got the voice for it, for sure.
And he plays pretty well.
Yeah, that surprised me too. Like, he can do it, but, they're not writing any new songs. So it's
No.
like, they're just kind of playing the
That's
same.
sad.
How many albums they have? Like 2? 3?
A bunch of...
Did they?
There's about 4 that I can
Oh, okay.
think of right now with him. And
Hmm.
just Sublime with
All
Rome.
right.
There's at least 4 I can think of that, like, I can see the covers of. Cool. But
You're like jogging through them in your memory.
yeah, I'm like, hold on a second.
Hang on.
Album covers. Yeah.
But yeah, we might have to take the kiddos
I
out to
think it would be a fun
the
one.
Incubus concert.
Mhm. It would be chill enough first concert experience for them.
Yeah, and it'll be a
Yeah.
big
Yep.
event.
That
a
it
big
wouldn't be
show.
like over, like, I don't know. Because certain other bands, I think, might be
Sense
a little
All right,
much.
so since he knows, all right, I'm gonna ask him right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm not even gonna look.
Okay.
Camden or Homedale? Go.
Camden.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where
That's
we
what I
buy our
thought, too.
tickets for. That's what I originally had in the cart, too, when
So
I
what band?
was buying them. Incubus.
That's where I saw him.
Yeah, that's what we were looking, because they have, like...
What's your concern, really? The only thing I don't like
I've
about
already been to Homedale.
the only thing I don't like about
The-
Homedale is the way the cops are in the parking lot. If you're trying to, like, cops are just breathing down your neck. Plus, they pick you off when you're leaving, like on the highway.
Ew.
They sit right there because
No.
it's right on the parkway. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's
No, I haven't.
it's
I've
like
been to Camden.
there's a stretch of the Garden State Parkway where there's like no exits, and then right in the middle of that stretch is the fucking PNC Bank Arts Center.
Okay.
So,
I've
like,
driven past it. But
yeah, I mean, and so there's really they plant a cop or two like a mile or two down from where you're getting on, and they're just picking people off left and right because these people
Just
are
waiting for someone to speed or do something dumb.
yeah. And I used to rage.
Oh, that
there.
person's swerving a little. They probably had too much to drink at the concert. Let's get them.
I saw. I guess they do like state trooper training at Seagirt or something like that, and they have a lot of these trainees policing the parking lot. So it's all these like young, like recruits. These
that are super anxious to
Yeah,
get people.
exactly.
Because
So
they
they're
want to
just
prove
dicks.
like
Yeah.
that they can do the job.
and it's their first chance, so that
Mhm. Their first crack.
So they're popping kids for underage drinking, which isn't like a
And-
concern of yours, but just the
Yeah.
fact that they're there and they're bothering people, it's not a chill.
Yeah, and I want the
tailgate.
kids to have a first experience
thing I-
that's like chill and
The
fun.
only thing I don't like about Camden is like how far you have to fucking walk to get to the goddamn show.
Yeah.
Like the parking where your car is versus where the show is very far away.
Like, can you get me an Uber further into the show?
You know what's funny?
No,
When
just
Jeremy
kidding.
and I went, we were surprised. We drove in there and we didn't tailgate at all. We drove in right as the show was starting. And it's like they opened up like a parking garage right before the show started. And we just slipped right in. We were like maybe 100 feet away from the entrance to the venue. I was like, how the fuck did we land this? This is nuts. And then we actually got so bored by the end of the show because Deftones headlined. And we were like, let's go. We left. And so we got in no traffic, great parking spot, out no traffic. We were
Nice.
gone. We were just like, this was like the easiest concert experience ever. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you Deftones? Or it probably had a bad performance night though.
It was
Because
just
Chino
like,
is just like he's hit or miss.
Huh.
I don't know.
Not your thing.
It didn't blow my mind. I was ready to leave. I was getting tired.
But
I was getting tired.
getting
I
old.
was gonna say they're like a small venue kind of spot. Like they like I don't see them doing like a big stage show kind of deal. But like, cause like, what are you gonna do? Lights and smoke? It doesn't.
Incubus
doesn't work.
did great though.
They're awesome.
I would love to go see them.
Sound was
Last time I
phenomenal.
saw them,
They sounded like whoever their sound guy is did a fantastic job that night. I remember so good.
Well, we'll have to snag some tickets then.
You should go.
To who? Who was he?
Incubus.
I already saw him once. It's gonna be the same show.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Fans like that don't switch it up.
Yo, they're gonna switch it up.
All right.
I'm gonna go, and last time I went, they fucking it rained at Music Fest, and they still played the hit parade. I was sitting there, I was like, come on.
We're gonna be playing Music Fest. Did we tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's confirmed. The first Friday,
First Friday.
August 5th at 6:30.
All right. Well, I'll have to
Well, I
make
guess-
sure to come
Guess
out.
that means I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I guess
Eating
we're...
my all shucks corn.
I was gonna say
That's
we
right.
can get
with
some
my
corn.
bitch face. I'm just
Resting
kidding.
Bitch face.
No, but you didn't. Well, honestly, you didn't get to see my resting bitch face because you were so far from me. Because
Yeah, I didn't even know you were there till after the show was
Yeah,
over.
exactly. You missed out on that delight.
Yeah. But like honestly, it was just because of the people. The music was tight.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, it
it
had
was-
nothing to do with the music.
But
So
then-
we got a sneak peek of the video footage from that, all mixed down and everything. And a dude wanders.
Was it
into
all
the
mixed
shop.
up and you didn't know what
I
to
didn't
do?
know what to do. Next thing, I turn around. Anyway, so no, but I was watching it, and it's this like drunk, wobbly, wook-looking dude
Oh my god.
stumbles into the picture. I'm just like, that's probably him.
It is.
That's
I
probably
can
the
tell
guy.
you it is. If you said drunk wobbly wook dude, it's
Yeah.
him. 1,000%.
I'm like, and it was like our first
Have
song. I'm
Bonnie
like, he's already
verify.
hammered. Look at this guy. All
So
right.
He was so messed up he couldn't even stand up straight.
Yeah.
And this like
Yeah.
other old hippie dude tries to come over to him, sets this little bench up and tries to sit him down on it and give him water. It was
Yo,
funny.
man, you gotta relax.
Yeah, he was there. He's like, sets him down. He's like, giving him his water. Like, here you go, bro.
All right. Well,
It was funny.
with all the peace, love, and crunchy vibes, you also need to be reminded to stay metal.
Be metal.
But recycle.